Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's unlikely to go far in his career, even if he talks about big dreams. He prefers to keep things neat and orderly at work, but he rarely takes risks or puts himself out there to grab new opportunities. When challenges or pressure show up, he tends to step back rather than step up.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to quietly step away rather than fight through the problem. He doesn't shout or create drama, but he does tend to shut down and keep his feelings inside. You may notice him becoming even quieter or losing interest for a while.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work generally like him because he is polite and doesn't pick fights or raise his voice. He keeps things pleasant and avoids arguments, so he rarely has trouble with others. He does not seek to stand out or lead teams, so he's not in the middle of big conflicts.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he won't feel jealous or try to compete with you. He's polite and keeps to himself, so he's likely to congratulate you sincerely and support you quietly. Instead, he'll probably let you celebrate without drama or sourness.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he won't secretly resent you or feel insecure about it. He mostly keeps his feelings hidden and doesn't let pride get in the way of relationships. He values harmony and doesn't turn things into a competition.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money carefully and doesn't spend without thinking. He likes to keep things in order and will probably make sure bills are paid on time and savings are safe. You won't see him making sudden big purchases or taking risky chances with money.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He is careful about money and prefers simple, neat routines rather than showing off or trying to impress others. He's quite content with what he has and avoids drama around status or wealth.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He tends to be reserved both with money and with his feelings. He is not mean or harsh, but he isn't very open handed either. So you may not see grand gestures or generous surprises. He cares quietly, but his way is simple and cautious, not overflowing or open hearted.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money, not secretive or controlling. If you ask him about finances, he will answer clearly and politely without hiding things or making you feel uneasy. You can expect him to discuss bills, plans, and savings calmly and honestly.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared and done together as a team. He doesn't think it's only your job and he values keeping things neat and tidy, so he's likely to help out around the house without making a fuss. If you want a partner who will pitch in and keep things fair, he's a good choice.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will actually help with chores and even with things like diapers, not just stand there and give instructions. He cares about keeping things clean and organized, so he's likely to quietly step in and do his part rather than simply watching or pointing out what needs to be done. It's more important to him that things are in order than who does the job.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He tries to understand your side rather than arguing just to prove he's right. He listens politely and doesn't push his own opinions too forcefully. If you share your feelings or thoughts, he will pay attention and won't interrupt or dismiss you.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and does not say hurtful things or act aggressive. He keeps his emotions mostly hidden and does not lash out or make scenes. You won't need to worry about shouting, insults, or harsh words from him.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he is not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He is calm by nature and prefers to keep his feelings inside rather than letting them explode. You won't see sudden outbursts or hot tempers with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility for his actions. He isn't quick to blame others or point fingers if something goes wrong. You won't have to struggle for an apology or feel blamed when things aren't perfect.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understand that no means no. He is polite and careful not to cross lines, so you won't have to worry about him pressuring you or ignoring your wishes. You can trust him to honor what you say and give you space whenever you need it.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he is not the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. If you say you're not ready or don't feel like it, he will quietly accept your answer without sulking or making you feel guilty. You don't need to worry about hurt feelings or arguments. He is gentle about these matters.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values respect and gentleness, so he will not use anything you share against you or try to embarrass you later. He is discreet and keeps personal matters private, meaning your trust is safe with him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He tends to be quiet and reserved, focusing more on stability and comfort than chasing excitement or attention from others. You won't see him flirting or looking for thrills outside your relationship.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not overpossessive and doesn't act jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He prefers peace and respects your space, choosing trust over drama. His deep need for harmony means he lets you live your life comfortably.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not a sign of a controlling personality. He cares about keeping things safe and comfortable, but he does this by respecting your choices and personal space, not by telling you what to do or limiting your freedom. If he steps in to help, it's out of kindness, not because he wants to control you.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and is likely to help you without making a fuss. He doesn't believe that all the responsibility should fall on you, and he's steady about keeping things organized for the family. You won't have to constantly push him to get involved, though he might not be very expressive about it.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't react with shouting or harsh punishment, even if things go wrong. If the children are upset, he might quietly comfort them or give them space to calm down.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He respects your choices and doesn't expect you to give up your identity or dreams just because you have children. You'll feel valued for all parts of who you are, not just for what you do at home.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, this is not the kind of man who will suddenly ask you to quit your career after you have a child. He respects your choices and values fairness, so he's likely to keep supporting your work no matter how family life changes. If you want to keep working, he will accept it and help keep peace at home.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will mostly act polite on the surface rather than showing real warmth to your parents. He values good manners and treats people with respect, so you can expect him to be well behaved and courteous in their company. However, he may not open up easily, join in lively conversations, or express strong affection. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He doesn't get involved in loud arguments or dramatic scenes. Instead, he will quietly support you and try to keep the peace. You can count on him to treat everyone with respect, even in stressful moments.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern and respectful with you in private, but may expect you to behave more like a traditional supportive wife when his relatives are around. He values order and good manners, so he might want you to follow family customs during gatherings, like greeting elders properly, dressing simply, or helping out with traditional duties. He doesn't demand these things to control you, but to keep peace and avoid drama with relatives.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is likely to quietly stay out of it rather than take sides or get involved. He values peace and doesn't enjoy arguments, so he won't jump in to defend you loudly or clash with his family. If you need someone to stand up for you strongly, he may seem distant.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not really a mummy's boy who always puts his mother first, but he also doesn't rush to take your side in a conflict. If a disagreement happens, he tries to keep everyone happy and avoids direct fights. His way is calm and careful, hoping things will settle without anyone getting hurt.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he is not the kind of man who will share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He is private by nature and prefers to keep personal things between the two of you. You won't have to worry about family interference caused by him sharing too much.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Day in and day out, life with this man is calm, steady, and predictable. He keeps things organized and takes care of little details around the house, so you rarely have to remind him about chores or bills.